Hey y'all, welcome if you're new here. My name is Jeannie. I'm so glad you come by today. So I'm here today with a flip through of this, I'm calling it a little sister version of the last cottage journal that I did a flip through of. This is in the bright colors, the reds and the yellows and the green, all the primary colors. Of course, I did soften them up here and there with pinks and mints. It's just a super, super eclectic style journal. So I had to put some of these doilies in the background because I'd gotten these a few weeks ago in an estate sale, and I just think they're beautiful, and I was taking photos, and it was just such a tiny journal. I'm like, what can I put up here? So anyways, aren't these so pretty? I will be cutting these up and using these some in some journals in the future, but for now I'm going to share this one. So at the time of this flip through, this one is available. The larger one has sold. So today is the 25th of April, and I will try to upload this video for this weekend. So if you're watching it over the next few days, no one has spoken for this one yet. So I have not posted it on Instagram as available official yet, but I'll probably do that later on today. I will have my Instagram link below as well as my email. So yeah, I would love it if y'all would just give me a follow, give me a comment, let me know what you think. So let's get into this flip through. So I wanted to close each cottage journal with one of my vintage brooches that I pick up at estate sales, and so I thought this teapot was perfect for this one. So I just have it kind of it's not holding the tie on, but it's just adorning it. So I just thought this mint green seam binding just was really pretty with her dress. This is, I believe this is called Sunbonnet Sue. If not, it looks just very similar to, to the quilting pattern. This is a cross stitch. It was from a pillowcase actually. And then I pulled out all of the fun things that, excuse me, all of the doilies and the trims and things I just have been holding on to, and I just wanted to use all of those bits and pieces. Carla Frizzell had sent me these little pieces, or they were bigger than this, but they were just, square, so I wanted to use pieces of those. I'm also about to do my daughter-in-law journal for my grandbabies, and I'm going to use some of these colors in hers as well. But anyways, I just pulled out all of the fun special things. I did use some real vintage things in here, as well as newer books like the Shabby Chic book, that we all love. Granny Chic, what's it called? I can't remember. Let's see, it's right beside me, I think. It's the Granny Chic book, y'all. I don't even know what I did with it, but anyways, y'all know that book. I feel like if you're watching this flip through, you probably do, but I'll show you the pages when we get to it. But also use some scrapbook papers and, excuse me, just different types of dyed papers, ideals book pages. I did leave the threads on this one. I just thought it just kind of added to the artsy, whimsical, effect. Obviously, you're welcome to cut them off. Or if you purchase this and you're like, I cannot handle those threads, I'm happy to go through and trim them all down for you. But this is actually a traveler's notebook size as far as the width and height, 4.5 by 8.5. But the spine is pretty large. It measures a little over 2.5 inches. So this book will chunk up very, very nicely. And then I just hung some charms on the edge. So let me make sure I'm in frame here. So getting into the inside. So I had bought this vintage Blue Bow Geese tablecloth a few weeks ago, and I just wanted to use it. So I lined the back of the inside with that. It's like a vinyl tablecloth. And then I just, I did the hidden spine binding. So I used this blue fabric from Hobby Lobby for the back of that. As I've said in the last few flip throughs, these journals were inspired by Johanna, and I followed a tutorial of her felt covered journals. It was a free tutorial that she shared on her channel back after Christmas, and I did use craft text for the base, but I followed everything else. And then they kind of turned into, as I began working on them, more like the Amy Bloom everyday journal style, I feel like. So I just wanted them to be just so inviting to dive into. I feel like this would be the perfect journal if someone's just bought a new house, or if maybe they're just a new mom and or have been a mom for you. I would love working in this journal, but like just homemaking things, recipes, just, I mean, or maybe you just want to put photos and memories or document your new baby. I don't know. I just feel like this is a great Mother's Day gift. So this is just a scrapbook paper, and I did use this. I feel like this was an antique trim. This was in some stuff that I had picked up in an estate sale one day, and it was like just hidden in a bag. Like it was just beautiful, just old trims, and it may have been like from the 40s or 50s, but I feel like some of those pieces were just super, super old. And I just hung a pretty button charm here. I got this little button in a giveaway from Paper Terrace, and I was like, oh my goodness, that has to go on this journal. So I made some scrappy tags to go on the inside. And then I got carried away making these, y'all, and I ended up deciding to make a whole other separate little mini journal that's going to be like mainly like strawberries, all the strawberry and lemon things. So anyways, yeah, this is Jeannie's Rabbit Trails right here. Like tags to go in this journal turned into a tiny little journal. I've got to make a charm dangle and sew in the signatures and put all the fun ephemera inside, but I'm going to do this. I just wanted, I don't know, to just have a separate little project and offer something maybe at a more affordable price point. So I thought this would be a fun little summertime purse journal for someone. Ideals book page. This was out of some sketchbooks of different things. I think this was like, I don't really remember what this one was called. There was one that was like gazebos and bridges. This may have been one of the bridges. I'm not sure. Then I just, see, I cut up this linen and put it as a pocket in here. And then just used a strawberry tag, vintage label, and a little doily. Again, these are super, I say these, I've worked on several, and I still have a purple and blue one to go, but these have just been super eclectic and fun, or this particular color scheme was anyways. Just a fun little label. This is some black bean dyed paper. Vintage postcard. Just a couple tags, and then this is a bakery receipt from the 1950s. I had ordered a little set of these several years ago from, I think, Paper Harbor Co's, who I ordered those from over on Instagram a few years back. Just used this fun gift wrap and just made a little tag. Here's the side with the gazebo on it. And this was from a Better Homes and Gardens Cottage book. This was from a like a needlepoint book. And then I put buttons on the center of all the signatures, but I let them hang below. And if you purchase this and that bothers you, you know, just totally just snip them off. But I just thought they would be cute, you know, like standing up on a shelf, just kind of like that. A home book binder. Or this was a page from a home book. This is from the Granny Chic book. I mean, how fun. This page alone to me, like, I feel like this would be the most beautiful photo. Just, I love that so much. This was from another little home projects. This may have been from a sewing book, actually, or binder, sewing binder. Vintage wine label. I did not alter this little vintage envelope. It was in a journal someone had made me, and I'm not sure if it was my friend Joanne or Arlene, but either way, one of them had made this or altered it and put it in a journal. And it was from 1938, and I just put it. They just turned it into a little pocket. I just thought that was cute. And I just put some of these little flower cards. And as always, I mean, if you purchase this journal, it will come with fun stuff to play with inside. So you'll get a few more of those flower cards. Had these fun little stickers, these little retro ladies cooking. Ideals book page. This was from a strawberry shortcake game card set. I just stamped on the back, or covered the back with avocado dyed paper and stamped on it. Vintage receipt, and then just a blank guest check. This receipt, this little receipt paper is so fragile. So fragile. Love this paper pad from Hobby Lobby. And I put another receipt in here from, I think that says 1934. And then just stamped a little coffee cup and then just altered this little guest check. Again, just all the bits and pieces. Obviously, you can pull them all out and just do with them what you will. This was from a art book. I think it was like a Bob Ross type book. Here's a Johanna printable. I just glued down. You can journal on here. Little fabric tab, little scale. This was from a Granny Chic fabric quilting book. Vintage book, cookbook page. The biscuits. Another cottage book page. This is from a large coffee table flower book I have. And I just thought that was so pretty behind this little golden book page. This little girl and her dog looking out the window. Did I glue that? Oh, no, I didn't. Some fun stationery, little bunny and strawberries. Farm Girl Vintage Fabric Collection. I think this was by Lori Holt. She does a lot of that Granny Chic fabric. I love this page. Shows all of her sewing notions. So I put a fun bead here. If y'all watch me, you know most of my little beads like this are from Happy Mail. Most of the time it's my friend Lynette or Arlene or my sister make those for me because I'm horrible. I'm horrible at making little bead dangles. So I love getting those in friend mail. Just altered a little book page here. Here's a fun vintage playing card. Just a little tag in this pocket. This is some vintage wallpaper. And I will also include a few pieces of vintage wallpaper in your freebie pack that you'll get. And some fun ruffles. Just little things you can throw in and play with. I've shared that before, like probably in the last one I gave you a little peek. I don't have the pack ready for this one yet, but it'll be the similar items. Here's some recipe cards. I love this color of pink. It's so pretty. Granny Chic book page. This was a fun page out of a needlepoint book. She's holding her baby with a little sheep by her little cottage. Oh, I love that so much. And I just now noticed that's the ABCs. I did not notice that, but it's so pretty. There's a cozy, dreamy white bedroom. Plate wall. I tried to pick out things that I feel like are kind of trending right now, you know. This little stack of blankets on this sticker is so pretty. There's another little, So I attached this while the journal was closed, and I guess I attached it on two different ones. Another bead dangle. This lady's so cute with her cookies. Another Granny Chic book page. Oh, this was an Ideals book page right here. That's so pretty. Little strawberry notepad. Stamped a little blue duck, swan, goose. I don't... I had this fun fabric with a little rooster. Made a pocket out of. Made a little pocket here. I need to stick something in this pocket. I actually forgot to go back and do that. Then I just altered these time cards. Put some fun things in the pocket of that. I say these. I did a few, but I put one in here. Music book page. I just put a little frame right there with some flowers. Fun little wallpaper tag. And then just made a journaling card out of that lemon image. So pretty. A little tea cozy. So this is a Granny Chic book page. It says, do feel a little crafty at least twice a day. And she's sitting there with her dog in her lap. And then I put this little tiny, tiny envelope right here. It's just been floating around my stash. It's so tiny. And I put a couple little stamps and tickets in there. So I thought that was cute. Some little green stamps here. Made a little tag out of this. Why do I keep saying little, y'all? Made a tag out of this fun gift wrap. Lynette had sent me in some Happy Mail. And the bright blue with the red went perfectly with this journal. This little, I just put one of these little cards I'd gotten at an estate sale a couple weeks ago. She's just sitting in her vanity. It's just a silhouette of a lady. So I thought this postcard, it looks like a real photo, but it's a postcard, but of these three little boys was so cute. And then another one of those 1935 vintage ephemera pieces. Love those daisies and the blues. Put another one of these little strawberry shortcake cards with the tree. And then I had made some of these little wallpaper envelopes. And just put some fun labels down in there. And that's the back of that one. I'll let y'all look at the spine one more time. Love that so much. So yeah, thank y'all so much for watching. I hope this inspired you to create today. And I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. And I will see you soon. Bye.